Hi, Angela. Thank you. Welcome to have you here in our show live from, where are you right now?
Actually, I'm not in London. I'm in Northampton. This is the AVON UK's home, and I came here for some meetings, and I'm starting my day with this lovely meeting with you. This, I hope, a really enjoyable coffee chat.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you in our show and that you were able to free some time to talk. Well, not with me, but with our viewers, of course, as well. Angela, I tried to pronounce your name already correctly, Angela Cretu. Let's start first with some of your background. You're originally from Romania, right?
Yes, I'm originally from Romania, although in the last 20 years I lived in many countries. I lived in US, I lived in Turkey, where I led Middle East and Turkey and Africa. I lived in Moscow. I led from there Eastern Europe, in some locations in Central Eastern Europe, in Serbia. I've been to many parts of the world, learned their languages. I have had a really fascinating journey with AVON for the last 24 years.
Wow, that looks like an amazing international career with many cultural differences. We'll come back to that later on. But first, Angela, in this series, like I said, we meet a lot of business leaders across all over Europe. What we ask our guests is to ask our next guest a question. We didn't prepare this, so this is a surprise for you, actually. But our previous guest, one of our previous guests, was Marguerite Soeterman-Rijnen. She is the chairman of the executive board of AVON. And she has a question specifically addressed to you, because since AVON is let's say, a global beauty brand, she was, curious to your answer on her question, which is beauty compatible with intelligence? What are your first thoughts on this question, actually, Angela?
It depends how you look at beauty. To me, beauty is not just the color of the lipstick. Yes, to me, beauty goes beyond anything that we use to enhance our presence and to make ourselves more, to have a more pleasant presence. It's really, beauty goes to dimensions like dignity, financial independence. The empowerment is to speak up, to be an equal partner to men in the world. If we talk about feminine beauty, so beauty comes with a confident person. Beauty comes with somebody who feels good in its own skin. So then, yes, beauty is connected to intelligence. And again, intelligence has many dimensions. What intelligence are we talking about? Is the intelligence of really creating value together with others? Is it intelligence, the ability to understand the way world works? Is intelligence the native or educated curiosity? Intelligence has many dimensions as well. So I love the questions. Really, it's a wonderful question. Yeah. I would say there is a connection. It's everything, part of an ecosystem.
Yeah, because usually, at least I think for most of people, beauty still is something that is related to the external part of people. Let's say the what you see. But you really explicitly say, well, not beauty is of course what you see, but it has a real connection with the inside of people, what it gives you. Is that
absolutely? There is no lipstick in this world. There is no mascara who can cover a bruised soul or somebody who really doesn't feel well. Yes, either in their own skin or in that very specific context or with their life. I mean, you can see people with no makeup or no scent or no distinct clothing and still say, hey, I see a beautiful person. And I'm not calling necessarily the symmetry of the face or of the body or any kind of standards of beauty, would be applicable to that generation. Yeah. You simply see a beautiful person. So that's why, to me, it's extremely important is to call out that larger definition of beauty.
Yeah, yeah. Before we move on, Angela, please allow me to take us back a little bit back to your youth when you were let's say, a little Angela walking around in Romania. What was your ambition, let's say, when you were 5 or 10 or maybe 12 years old? What was your ambition?
That age. Okay. I was not ready for that question when you said that we'll be talking about younger Angela. I was thinking of me in my 20s, but not a child. So at that time, I was passionate about mathematics. So I wanted to, or in physics, atomic physics later on. So I wanted to, I imagined myself being surrounded with people. So at that time, I only could imagine that will be a teacher or a researcher, and follow, follow this compass in my professional life. But at all times, no matter the professional ambition, my keen interest has been to feel that I can add value, and that related to every day and not to a future projection of what will accomplish my dream one day. And I stick with that, ambition even nowadays.
Yeah. And what was your dream at that time? You were saying to accomplish my dream?
To be fully, I think beyond the dream, it was my ambition. That whatever I do in my life, I need to feel fully engaged with it. I need to live with intensity to feel I add value and I get value, that I'm needed and I need, that I'm part of something bigger than just the life routine that we get educated with from very early ages. Yeah. So I've always wanted, and I think many people, maybe they don't define it that way, but many people life met. It's really, and maybe a majority would want to find that meaning. And to me, that meaning was to have that sense, daily sense of creating value by the side of a community.
Yeah. And then, well, let's say not at 12 years, but you started really at that early age already at AVON, right? You have a long-lasting career at AVON behind you, right?